Hey everyone, the Team Sorceress, it's me, Express Gaming, here with Richie obviously. Just had a match with Battlewasp and I actually really like the new support, really good. What do you think about them?
Yeah, a bit crazy. I mean, the stuff you did at the end of game one was a bit nuts.
Anyway, I usually do my deck profiles a little bit different way than other people. Usually start with their main deck and then their extra deck last, or in their side deck, but I don't hardly use side decks. But I always like to start off with the extra deck and then go backwards to the main deck. So we'll start off with the new boss monster. He pretty much can't... I can't remember. Basically he's a new one and he helps out, gains attack.
Yeah, gains 200 attack for each of your banished insects. If this gets banished, it gets special summoned back. Then destroy cards the opponent controls up to the number of your banished insect monsters and burn the opponent for 500 for each card destroyed. And each is a hard once per turn. That's basically what it does.
Yep, that's what I meant. And then the next one is the old one that we all know. If he gets destroyed, summon back 3 Battlewasp from the banished zone, basically. It happened not all the time, but it has happened against Richie once before. I think back when this deck was first out, I went to go and attack with it and he used Mirror Force.
Yes, thanks for reminding me about that.
But I think that's the only time that probably happened. Didn't happen anymore after that.
Yeah, because I've learned from my mistake.
And then next off is probably my favourite level 8 synchro one, which is the one that does a bit of burn damage if it can't attack.
Yeah.
And if it's used with a synchro monster as material, it gets 2 attacks basically.
Yeah, I tried one of this in my speed droids. Works wonders in that.
Yeah. Another insect monster, Locust. Everyone knows what this one does, but the idea is to use
the Hoppier Squadron on the opponent's turn.
yeah, and then sink straight immediately into this guy and get them to discard a card from their hand.
Yeah.
Next is the Blackwing Gale, the Whirlwind of the deck for Battlewasp. This one just halves your opponent's monster and just literally beats over it, and also has an effect to burn if it can't destroy anything at the end. And then one of the other newest additions is, I can't say the name of this one.
Sachi the Ceremonial Bow.
So basically it does burn damage based on banished insects, I believe.
It has a burn effect? No, this one says if it's synchro summoned, you can treat it as a tuner. Once per turn, you can return 1 continuous spell you control to the hand. For cost, you can normal summon a Battlewasp in addition to your normal summon, like during your main phase. And if it's sent to the graveyard as a synchro material, oh, it does have a burn effect, never mind. Yeah. Inflict 100 points of damage for each of your banished Battlewasp monsters.
Okay, yeah, so it's basically that one, and that one's really good to bounce back your Battlewasp wind and get it going again, basically.
Yeah, if possible.
And the other one, which is the level 5, which everyone should know, it also does burn damage. I think most of all the synchros do a little bit of burn. And this one can come back from the graveyard, but it gets banished during the end of the... when it leaves the field.
Yeah, I forget what you do to bring it back. When a monster is destroyed by battle by your Battlewasp monster while it's in the grave, special summon it in defense. Yeah.
For Exceeds, I got this guy, because it looks like a Battlewasp in a way. It would be a wasp, whatever, so I thought might as well throw it in here if it suits it. The other insect one is a number monster that boosts the power of insects again.
I haven't seen this card for ages.
Me neither. I've also got my Fate number 3 because don't really like its negate effect, but I do like the other one, which is required to do it in a way, which I feel bad, but I do want this extra summon off of that guy.
That's fair enough.
Keep plays going. Links, I got the butterfly link. Everyone knows what that is. The Great Fly.
Yep.
And 2 Bee Trooper link monsters, because this helps back with the new Battlewasp Synchro monster if I banish, making it even more bigger.
Giggity.
An extra normal summon off him too.
Yep.
And then obviously the last one is the Insector.
Yeah, Piccofelina.
Now the main deck. Feasting the Poison, Stratos of the deck, and also a quick negate if you get rid of another insect itself, which is why I like this one the most, because it just helps. The next 3 are the Extender, Twinbo the Attacker.
Yep.
Gets to attack twice as well, but that hardly comes up that much, but good when it does. And then everyone knows Pin the Bullseye, burn for 200, is all he basically does.
Yeah, I remember you didn't do that against me when you summoned it earlier.
Yeah, I know, I keep forgetting him sometimes. And then I play 2 of these because I don't really necessarily need a third one, but that just can help bring back Sting, get another search, or any of the others that are lower, basically.
Yeah.
And here's the new one, which is the Saloon for Black Wings, but for Battlewasp.
Yeah. Rapier the Onslaught.
Yeah, and he basically summons himself, sets a wind.
Yeah.
If you discard an insect monster from your hand.
Yeah, it's a great way to get around the drawback where you can only activate 1 copy of Wind per turn.
Yeah, so basically the minimum number you can get out is 2, basically. If you have 1 in your hand and 1 off of him.
Exactly.
And he also does another thing which didn't come up, but I was thinking about it. He can banish himself and reduce a Battlewasp monster's level by 1.
Oh, okay.
Other insects I play is 3 of these, because it's good to help search your bigger insects.
Yeah.
Which gets plays going off of with the Insector link monster as well. Speaking of the big monsters it can help search out, is another new addition to my Battlewasp, is this one.
Yeah, this card's pretty insane.
Yeah, and it's basically a Regeki on legs, basically, but it can't attack a turn it uses it.
Well, it can, it just can't attack directly.
That's what I meant, yeah.
But yeah.
And also it can banish up to 3 to summon itself, so making the big guy get even crazier. Same for Doomdozer, another good object.
Yeah, the classic.
The classic. I do like it, and it's quite hilarious as sometimes he mills a Mirror Force. I do have to admit that.
Yeah, I guess.
Because there were some funny moments Richie did. Because back then, I think when I did that, you only played, what, 1 Mirror Force usually in every deck?
Still do nowadays. Well, most decks.
Not most decks, yeah, but still. Some funny reactions out of him. I also can search, apparently, this insect kaiju out of the deck as well if I need to, get rid of a problem monster.
There is also Kumongus as well, because that's an insect.
And here's the rabbit I mentioned earlier to summon that Locust.
Yeah, very underrated card.
Yeah, no one hardly ever plays it, but still.
Yeah, I don't know why, actually.
And here's the new Battlewasp Wind, the Black Whirlwind of the deck, basically. It does extremely help this deck's consistency a lot.
Very much so.
And it's crazy, you can search monsters twice, or up to 4 times if you do it off that guy and 1 from your hand.
Yeah, so if you've got 2, that's 4 searches,
Yeah.
basically.
And also this spell can also turn any of my Battlewasps into a tuner if I want to.
Yeah.
Next off is, we didn't even hardly see this card, but at all the games we just had. So this one basically is just a monster reborn, and it can also banish itself to protect a monster.
Yep.
And this is the only one that can bring back the synchro ones in the graveyard. And then another new addition, which is this one, that can search out this next card, which I'll show you in a minute. It's a little bit confusing, but I will get used to this one at some point.
So I can explain if you want.
Yeah,
So what this does is you special summon an insect with 1,000 attack or less from your hand or deck. Then if you special summoned from the deck, you have to send the monster you control to the graveyard, and then it locks you into special summoning insects. Not that that's an issue. And how you get Revival Swarm is if a face-up insect synchro you control is destroyed by battle or a card effect while this is in the graveyard, you can banish this, then add Summoning Swarm from your
Which
deck to
basically
your hand.
is the next card I played 2 of, which
Yeah.
we never saw yet either. Basically it's more like, some people would call it Soul Charge of the deck, but for just Battlewasp basically.
Yeah.
Another new card I threw in here, thanks, I got it off James in his box opening. I feel kind of useful, recycling purposes.
Yep.
Harpy's Feather Duster, I don't really need to say anything about that card, everyone knows what that does.
Yeah.
Same for this one, Wagepi. Battlewasp Nest.
Yep.
Ending the opponent's battle phase as soon as they attack a Battlewasp, which is funny, for 2 turns and then it leaves. Good combination with wind with it as well.
Yeah.
And the last cards, Magic Cylinder, which we have seen.
Ah, yes, one of my love-hate cards.
Same for me. And that's it for my deck profile. Be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe, and if you've got any suggestions for future Battlewasp videos, let me know. Peace out.